So let's ask a tough question. What if you had to start over, right now, with absolutely $0 in your pocket? I know, it's a terrifying thought. But what if that was actually your biggest advantage? Today, we are breaking down a concrete, month-by-month plan from someone who actually did it, went from six-figure debt to becoming a millionaire. This is not theory. This is the exact roadmap she used. Okay, let's get into it. I just love how this flips the whole script right from the get-go. Most of us, and I'm including myself here, would see starting at zero as the absolute worst-case scenario. But this plan reframes it completely. The idea is that when you have nothing to lose, you gain this incredible freedom. It's the freedom to take chances, the freedom to mess up and bounce back fast. Suddenly, you're not playing defense anymore. It's a position of power, not weakness. So where does a journey like this even begin? You might think it's with a new job application or some hot stock tip, right? Nope. The first 2 entire months are all about one thing: mastering your mind. It's about changing the internal game before you can ever hope to win the external one. And that first step to mastering your mind, it's about brutal honesty. It all comes down to these 4 numbers and 2 really simple equations. The woman who created this plan started her own journey by staring at a piece of paper that said negative $100,000. Can you imagine? But that moment of clarity, as painful as it was, that was the turning point. Income minus expenses, that's your surplus. That's your power to build. Assets minus liabilities, that's your net worth. That's your real security. You absolutely have to know these numbers. There is just no way around it. This idea right here is so powerful. Just let that sink in for a second. The person you need to become to have $100,000 is not the same person you are today. It means you're going to need new skills, new habits, and for sure, new beliefs, which of course brings up the biggest question of all. How in the world do you actually do that? Well, you change what you feed your brain. It's like a computer, garbage in, garbage out. I mean, if you're constantly scrolling through social media that makes you want to buy stuff, and you're taking advice from people who are also struggling, what kind of result can you really expect? This plan is absolutely ruthless about protecting your mind. The advice is to systematically, and I mean systematically, brainwash yourself with wealth-positive inputs. You literally swap consumerist content for financial audiobooks. You find mentors. It's all about consciously curating what you allow into your head. Okay, so you've spent 2 months reprogramming your brain. Now it is time for some serious action. This next part, Pillar 2, is all about creating this massive jolt of momentum. It's called the 10-day sprint. And the goal is incredibly simple and concrete. Make or save $2,000 in just 10 days. Now, why $2,000? Because that's the amount that can get you out of that constant nagging state of financial anxiety, what the plan calls survival mode. It's your breathing room. So how do you do it? Well, for 10 days, you go completely hardcore. We're talking no DoorDash, no Netflix, you pause the gym membership, you cook every single meal you eat. If it is not absolutely essential for survival, it gets cut. This is where that new mindset really kicks in, because the thinking is simple. You can do anything for just 10 days, especially when you know it has the power to change your entire life's trajectory. And you see, this is why the sprint is so genius. It's about so much more than just the cash. Yeah, getting the $2,000 is huge, but the real win? It's the proof. You prove to yourself that you are in control. And on top of that, it completely resets your spending habits. You start to realize what you actually value versus what you were just paying for out of pure habit. All right, you've gotten your mind right, you've scored a quick win, and you've got momentum. Now it is time to build the engine, the machine that's going to power your wealth for the long haul. This is what you'll be focused on for the next 9 months. The heart of this engine is boosting your income. But how? Well, the strategy is to find your personal sweet spot, that perfect intersection of what you're good at, what you actually enjoy doing, and crucially, what the market is willing to pay a premium for. This isn't about grinding away at some side hustle you hate. It's about leaning into the one skill that can make you the most money possible, starting right now. Now, once that extra income starts flowing in, you need a strict, non-negotiable order of operations. First, you attack any high-interest debt with a vengeance. Second, you grab any free money on the table, like a 401k match from your employer. But that third step, oh, that's the real game changer. Building a 6-month emergency fund. And here is a critical point. It's really a warning about what not to do with that emergency fund. Everyone, and I mean everyone, is going to tell you to invest that cash. The plan is crystal clear on this. Don't. You do not invest it. This money is not for growth, it is for security. Its only job is to sit there in a safe, high-yield savings account and give you the peace of mind to make smart, long-term decisions without being driven by fear.
So, if not the emergency fund, where does your first real investment go? Not the stock market. And honestly, this might be the most powerful, counterintuitive insight in this entire plan. Just think about it for a second. Investing your first $1,000 in the market might, if you're lucky, get you $100 back in a year. That's fine. But investing that same $1,000 in a course or a certification, something that boosts your main skill, that could lead to a $20,000 raise. The return on investment, it's not even in the same universe.
And here's the long-term math on that. That one-time investment in yourself, the one that leads to a $20,000 at a year income boost, over 20 years, when that extra money is invested, it could become over $1 million. Your earning power is your single greatest asset at the beginning. That's what you have to invest in first.
So after 11 months of intense focus and hard work, you arrive at the final phase. But here's the thing, this isn't the finish line. Not even close. It's the launch pad for a completely different life.
Now, finally, it's time to invest in the market. With your higher income locked in and your emergency fund secure, you can start systematically buying low-cost index funds every single month. And then something absolutely magical happens. You earn your first dollar of passive income from a dividend. It might only be a few bucks, but that feeling of making money while you sleep, that's what gets you hooked on feeding the engine for the rest of your life. So there it is. After 1 year of following this plan, your financial life will be unrecognizable. You've built the foundation. The engine is running smoothly. Which leaves us all with one final and really important question to think about. Now that you have the power and the security, what bigger goals are you going to chase next?